Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Senior Vice Presidents and Circle of Champions members, Miriam de la Sierra and BOKHARI.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you. Before I start, I would like just to say there is a young generation in Spain. They have got a battle cry which they will sing, and I promise they can do it. It's called ACN, como mola. Thank you very much. It says, ACN deserves. It translates into English. It says, ACN is the best. It deserves
a wave.
A wave. No, better, it deserves a tsunami. So that's the battle cry for the new generation. Thank you very much. My name, they call me Bash Bokhari. My name is Sayyid Basharat Bokhari Bashir. I'm from Pakistan. I'm 55 years of age. I started my career after finishing aeronautical engineering as an officer in Air Force. Later, I worked for the government, and then I worked for the airline. At this moment, 4.5 years ago, a friend called me and asked me a very simple question. He says, "Hi Bash, how are you? I need your help. Do you know someone who's looking for an opportunity because my company is expanding and is looking for some business-minded people?" I said, "What is it about?" She says, "I'm about to get into a training. Could you meet me tomorrow so that I can show you the official company material?" I said, "Okay, I'm willing to see the official company material." So at that moment, the next day I went, and she provided me with the tools, which I will explain later on. And in the end, I was provided with the best tool, which is a convention. I was taken to Nice by Miriam de la Sierra, and when I went there, I decided that if there are so many people who are united for one cause, and if there are so many people who trust the founders, and there are so many people who are disciplined enough to sit down in one place and listen, this place has to be successful. There is no doubt about it. That was 4.5 years ago. I'm so grateful. I'm going to talk to you about tools. Now, let me tell you something important about the tools. The tools have something important. As you know, I know about planes. I have no idea about business at that moment. I knew about planes. Now, how would you feel if you go into a cockpit, you're entering a plane, and a captain is standing on the door and says, "Welcome"? Let me tell you, I do not have any tools. I don't have any instruments in the plane. Would you get on the plane? No. How would you feel if you realized that the captain is not provided? So for me, it was important, what is it that the company is going to provide? With the result, now, important thing is, you might not know what is the right thing to tell the right people and what is the wrong thing to tell the wrong person. So you should know that it is not you who has to know it. It is the tools. They know. ACN knows. The founders know. They know exactly what has to be said to the right person and what has to be said to the wrong person. You do not want to make the mistake. Many times it has happened to us that we have gone into an opportunity meeting, a training, and then we come out and we go, I wish I had not forgotten this thing. Did that happen to someone? That can happen to us also. So what you got to do is utilize what has been provided by the ACN. Now, I understand one thing important. And the important thing is that if you are a leader, you would know what to do.
Hello, everybody. My name is Miriam de la Sierra. I'm from Spain. and I'm really excited to be here with you today. And I wanted to share with you what we can do to be here. So I started in ACN, it's going to be 6 years ago. One day I was like yourself, sitting back there and looking at this like, what is this dream all about? At that time, I was not successful. I had stopped believing in myself. My business was not doing very well. But what made me change was coming to an international event. I saw a big opportunity. But let me tell you something about you. A lot of you are here for the first time. A lot of you think, well, that's good for them because they're leaders. They can be there because they're born with something special. You know what ACN is? ACN is for ordinary people that get an extraordinary opportunity and they become extraordinary. That's it. So you can do it. You are ordinary people like me who came one day and didn't even know that had a dream, but ACN give you that extra. And what is that extra? The only thing you need to do in ACN is have the emotion, is have the belief, is, you know what? You need to know where you're going. Because if you don't know where you're going, it doesn't make any difference what route you take. So in order to be successful, ACN provides us with the tools to give the credibility, to give the knowledge. But what do you need to do? You just need to have the attitude of a winner, to get up in the morning and say, I'm a millionaire, the only thing I'm missing is the money. And that's all you need to do, is get up in the morning with that strength and say, I can do it. Because the attitude is going to help you achieve your goals. So the key to success is having the emotion, knowing where you're going, and having a strong why. I will share my why with you. What made me achieve what I want to achieve in life? Some years ago, I was sitting in the kitchen with my son Alex, 24 years old, and we had lost everything we had made the last years. My credit card wasn't working. And he came to me and said, Mommy, what had happened to us? We were successful, we had a great time in our lives, and nothing seems to work now. I looked at him at the face and I said, Alex, you will be proud of your mom again. And that was my why. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. If you want to be somebody, if you have a why, your attitude will be the correct. So that's the key. So let me tell you, what are the benefits of what ACN provides us? They tell us, work with your hand, work with your attitude, but it will give you the credibility so that you can start again working and having the success you deserve.
The benefits of the tools are very simple. You got to understand. Because just like it is very difficult to fly a plane without instruments and the navigational chart, for those who know what that is, it is very difficult for you to take your career or fly the career of ACN to the next position. They will give a professional image. It doesn't make any difference what's your qualification. It is not important what language you speak. Just yesterday we were able to provide this opportunity to hundreds of people in Portugal. It is so interesting that in Italy, in the last 5 months, there have been 2 team coordinators who are Pakistanis because there is no language barrier. They do not speak Italian, but they do speak English, and they managed to use the tools. And a Swiss guy who does not speak Italian and either English was managed to sponsor these Pakistanis sitting in Italy. How do you feel like that? So you got to understand that the tools give a professional image. They give a consistent message. It doesn't happen that you say, I forgot it. It will not happen to you. You can duplicate it. It doesn't make any difference when you came, but it is duplicable.
You know what happened? you know what happened is a lot of us, when we start in the business, we think we don't have the credibility, right? I'm sure about it. You start talking about the opportunity of ACN, and a lot of people think, well, what is he talking about? He doesn't have any studies. He doesn't have any experience. He doesn't know anything about business. So what happens? The person doesn't buy you because of your background, because the image they have about you. So what do you do with those tools? What do we do with a DVD? It's very simple. The person right here trusts you because it's your contact. But he doesn't trust you in terms of a big opportunity. You know why? Because people are afraid of two things. One is they're afraid of failing, and two, they're afraid of being successful because they don't believe they can do it. So they don't believe what you're saying because they don't believe in yourself. And you know what happened? The expert is a tool. We are just a messenger. What do we need to do is just show everything that the company has, and people will see the opportunity. You don't have to show it. You just need to be excited about something that you're showing. And that's the key of how to do our business.
The different types of tools, I will just explain to you. There is the DVD. This gives all the messages. I will tell you how to use it. I will provide you, because this Success magazine, it gives you all the information. I called it the Flyer's Manual. You get the information which you want. Instead of going on Google looking for everything else, you want the information. It is here. It is available in this place. All you have to go is outside. They have these places and you can get it, stock it up and take it with you. Because if you know someone who you want to give this thing, it is not who you is talking. It is the tool which is talking. Then there are 6 major questions which are answered, which a man, when he wants to look for an opportunity, he has 6 answers. In 30 minutes, the tools can answer your questions. A person who's looking for an opportunity wants to know what's the sector, wants to know what are the offices to support me, wants to know what is the product, wants to know who are the people who are going to teach me, and wants to know how am I going to make the money. And once he's satisfied with these things, the next thing he wants to do is, what's the plan? How am I going to do it? Now, it is very simple to do those things, but you have to know how to use the tools.
How do we use the tools? Very simple. The only thing we need to do is always take them with us. We're always carrying it in our handbag, in the car, every place we go. Because what do we need to do? It's just ask people for help. What do we do? Bash and I are all the time talking to people. We're always traveling all around the world, and you can do the same thing. You just go ahead, and people that you know said, can you help me? Can you help me? Do you know someone who's looking for an opportunity? My company is just looking for new people who are business-minded. Do you know anybody? And then when the person says, what is it about? You don't need to explain it. Maybe you're just new, you just started in the business. Maybe you're afraid of saying the wrong things. You have the tools. The only thing you need to do is just show them. You say, I'm just starting, and I just want to show you the material, the official company material. And that's it. You know what happened with the tools? The DVD is always positive. The DVD is always excited. The DVD always says the right things. The DVD never forgets anything. And you know what? It speaks different languages. So it's just an easy thing to do. The only thing we need to do is just give the message showing the DVD. But what do you need to do? You need to create a little bit of excitement to people. Now, we need to be expert in pushing buttons. You know what I mean? Expert in pushing buttons means you need to know how to touch those little buttons for people to say, yeah, I would like to look at it. That's all you have to do. You don't need to be an expert of showing the business, just you need to push these little buttons. So if you're talking to somebody who's an employee, what would you ask? Do you like your job? Are you happy with the money you're making? Would you like to have more time? If you're talking to somebody who has a business, what would you say? Do you like your business? How is your business doing? Are you working a lot? Are things going well? When I was with my own business, you know what happened? Sometimes you earn and sometimes you learn. We're in the best time right now. We're in crisis. How many people have their own business and they're learning? The only thing we need to learn how to do is just push the little button. And let me tell you one thing. It's not what you say. It's how you say it. Start believing in what you have in your hands. We have an opportunity. We have a present. We have a gift that we're going to give to people, and some will take it and some will not. But what's your obligation? What you need to do is just push that little button so that people say, yes, I deserve it. Yes, I want to do it. Yes, I'm willing to change my life, and here's the opportunity. But how do you do it? Very simple.
Now, it's very simple to do it. I call the DVD the navigational chart to fly the plane of ACN. Everything which somebody needs it is provided in here, because there are 5 natural questions which come into the mind of a person who's looking for an opportunity. It might be work, it might be business, or it might be another opportunity, but they are questions which have to do with the profession. The 5 natural questions which will arise, they are all answered here and takes about 25 minutes. Let's not try to be inventing the thing, because ACN has thought about it. They have professionals who can do it very well, and they have done very well. All you have to do is get it and provide it to the people.
So you know what's going to happen? You're going to show the business to different people. And some of the people are going to be like ghosts. You know those who just look at the business and say, I know everything. I'm really very important. So the only thing you need to do is not try to explain it yourself so they buy you. It's just show it. And people will see how big the company is, how professional we are, and that ACN, they want it or not, we're going to be the number 1 in the world in direct selling. And that's no doubt about it. So we are in the right place, okay? Some people will look at the business and, they're going to be right, relaxed. I just don't know if I want to do it. Well, that's your turn. That's where you need to push a little bit the button and say, listen, why not? Are you happy with what you have? Are you happy with your home? Are you happy with your life? Just push them a little bit, the emotional part, and show them the video. And the other people are not going to understand anything. I remember when I started, it took me 2 months to understand it was first ETT or ETL, right around. A lot of the leaders try to explain the marketing plan to somebody who's new. We're not talking about numbers. We're talking about emotions. So they're not going to understand it anyway. So what happens with the 5%? Those kind of people that are like you, the person who's sitting in your chair, that have something inside, that have a burning desire, saying, I want to do something with your life. I want to do something with my kids. I want to have a better lifestyle. Those people, when they see the material, they'll say, I want to be associated with the number 1. And that's what they're going to see in the DVD.
Now, once you have gone to this person and you have decided to show him the official company material, because that sounds important, because the person who invited me would have never managed to get across to me if she had said any other word. All she said was, would you like to see the official business material of the company? I said, okay. And I went and she provided me with this, and Richard would know it because he was there. Right, Richard? Yeah. And she showed it to me, she gave it to me, and I looked at it. Now let me tell you, the first question was, what's the sector? The company in 5 minutes says it's telecommunications, home services, direct selling with multi-level marketing. That is given in 5 minutes. At the end of that video, you have a 5 seconds silence. Why do you think the company has thought about it? Why do you think the company puts a 5 second silence? Because they want you to talk only 5 seconds. So what you do is, the next word you go is, in that 5 seconds you say, now I'm going to give you the support offices which are going to provide, and you push the button for the videos for the offices. That goes for another 5 minutes, and in the last one it comes another 5 seconds. So you say, now I'm going to show you the products we handle. You show the 1 minute video of the video phone, and you add another 10 seconds because this time you have 10 seconds. And it says, we also handle with the energy and mobiles and internet. And you go and then say, now let me show you who are the people who teach. And you go into the success stories of the people. And you tell the people. There are lots of all the circle of champions you have seen there. Their stories are there. You don't have to do everything. You just copy the one you like. You say, look, I work directly with this person. The people in Italy, some of them will be working with Filippo, some of them will be working with us. The people in Portugal, some of them will be working with John Paulo Reyes, and some will be working with us. The people in Poland, they will be working some with Brian Sachs and some with us. People in Spain will be working with Richard, with Chari, with Jesus. You choose the person. It doesn't make any difference. People in Netherlands, they will be choosing Martin Double, or they will be choosing. It doesn't make any difference. Choose the story. And the next, when it finishes, you say, let me show you how we make the money. And you show them how to make the money. You put the 11 minutes, that makes a total of 25 minutes. You have shown the business, and all you have to ask the person is, do you know someone? Do you know someone? And that's all.
You know, it's so simple. A lot of times we complicate the business. The business is simple. Let me tell you one thing, it's not easy. It has to do with how we show the business to people and the power of multiplication. And that's the key. You know, with a DVD, with the tools, anybody can do it. And that's the fantastic part of these tools. But let me tell you what we do afterwards.
If the person says no, ask him if somebody would like to save some money on the services and make him your customer. If the person says yes, ask him the name completely, immediately. Yes means, yes, I know someone. Yes doesn't mean I. I means I, and yes means, yes, I know someone. So he says yes, ask the question. Who? Can you give me the name? Take the name, take the telephone number, pick up the phone, call the person and say, hi John, I got your telephone from Jack. I'm a friend of his. He gave me your number because I'm looking for someone who's looking for an opportunity. Do you know someone? And you keep on going. And if he says me, all you have to do is take the comp plan, put the goals, because bonus promotion of that month. You say if you make 5 customers, you'll make 75, depending on the country and the bonuses. And you help the person and show him how he can make the money immediately, because that's what he's interested in.
And then what do? Very simple. Once you set up the goal of what they want to make, you just open the online store. And what do you do with the online store? You put little examples. I always tell everybody, do you know somebody in Miami? And they say, well, yeah, I know Julio Iglesias. Great. Imagine if he would like to buy a mobile phone. I'll show you what he should do. And I just go to the website in the United States. I show the people how to do it. They make the order. And you know what happened? It's very simple. They just go there and they see how to make the order. Very simple. So people can start imagining the power and the growth of the company, how they can make a simple order, how easy, how simple it is just to have your international business with no limits, with anybody that might want to order anything in those 23 countries. The only thing they need to do is have a little click on it. That's all.
Now, you have just heard about the YBA. It is incredible how it is done. Because you got to control your business. Can you imagine you have $1 million business and you don't want to control it? You have to control it. So what you have to do is, you have to activate your website, YBA. When you control your website, YBA, you've heard what advantages are right now, right? It is going to give you all the advantages, but there are 2 or 3 important things you will. You will know who are the customers. You will get 1 customer point immediately. Can you imagine that? I'm so excited because people can start working, and it is giving you a residual income also. Can you imagine that? So all you have to do is keep on going. You go into the ACN to go, and you show it to the people how they are going. You can show the people how things are going. And then
with the ACN to go, it's very simple. You just show people the business, and now we're going to have it in 2 new languages, in German and Portuguese. Imagine if you go with your iPad in any place you are, you just can show people what the presentation is, how the business is, how the offices are, and the credibility. And let me tell you another thing. We use a lot the video mail. Why? Because if somebody's interested, I just can send them a little email with the video, and now we have the ACN opportunity and the events and everything on those videos. So just send that to the people, and you can even watch them if they saw it, what part they saw, if they saw 100%, and when did they see it. So that's an incredible tool to follow up other people who are interested in the business.
Now, you got to understand, if these statistics which have been given, they are incredible statistics. Imagine starting to use an information, because it is not only the people. The tool is working for you directly. Let me tell you how it works. If you have put the data and a person receives a message today, even if he's not interested today, he or she will be interested in a few days more. So that is how you can do it.
And what we're going to talk about is the final step. And the final step is the events, the training events. So, Bash, we're going to talk a little bit now about this subject, because we have 2 kinds of main, strong training events.
Okay. You see, the final tool is the training events, but ACN has a European head office. We know that. There are professionals who are willing to train over there. All we have to do is get a group and get across to the Amsterdam. But then, this is an important, I'm just going to take 30 seconds to give. I have these 2 boys. This is the 3rd time, because once they were told, if you want to learn and you don't have the money, start walking. They have walked 4,000 kilometers hitchhiking from Poland. They have come from Poland. Is there any other country worse than Poland? They have come from there, utilizing their tool. I just want you to have a look at their faces. They know how to use the tool. They have come all the way from Poland, like this. Because is there any country further than that? They know how to use a tool. So I want you to understand, if you have not used the tool rightly, you are mistaken. You got to use the tools, and you got to know it. There's the shops outside. You just have to go and stock up. Thank you.
So imagine, they say we're going to keep on walking until we learn how to be SVPs. That's commitment, right? That's commitment, walking from Poland. But let me tell you what we need to do. We need to help people dream. And you know what we help people dream? Very simple. In this kind of events, you start seeing other people that they can achieve their goals. I would have never thought in my life that I could achieve my dreams. But you know what? What about you? Are you going to achieve your dreams? Are you willing to do something with your life? What did you get out of these 3 days? For me, ACN has been amazing. I did not only achieve my dreams, I have my kids achieving my dreams. My son is 24 years old. He's an RVP, Alex. I don't know, he's around here someplace. Okay? He's dreaming too. I have my son, Borja. He's team coordinator. He's dreaming too. And you know what? You can have your family. Do you want to make a difference in your life? Or are you going to be the person that says, he was going to be happy tomorrow? What are you? Are you going to be happy tomorrow? Or are you going to take the decision of your life? Sometimes you need to have a little bit of pain to have the gain. Sometimes people think, if I have a little bit of pain, I'll stop. Let me tell you, the key thing in this business is have a burning desire. What about you? Do you have that burning desire? I want to know if you want to be an SVP, if you ladies want to make a difference in your kids, if you husbands want to do something with your life. What about you? Are you going to do something? And let me finish with this little story. There were 3 little frogs that they were running around, and they saw a big opportunity. And they saw this barrel full of milk, and they jumped in there. And you know what? Everybody was saying this was the wrong opportunity. But they were inside, and they were swimming. So a little bit later, all of the other frogs used to say, well, listen, you went to the wrong place. Anybody told you that before? You're crazy? You're never going to make it? This is the wrong opportunity? Well, those little frogs were swimming, and they started telling you they were wrong. After a little while, one of the frogs died and drowned. A little while later, the other one drowned, but the third one was swimming and swimming and swimming until the milk turned into cream and was able to jump out. You know what the difference was with the 3 frogs? The third one was deaf, and she did not listen to anybody's comments that they couldn't do it, that he couldn't do it, and he didn't deserve it. So let me tell you, you have to believe in yourself. You can do it, and you deserve it. Thank you very much, and never quit. Thank you.